everybody. Welcome to the Prime 4 podcast. My name is Bryce.
Chris.
Russ. Alex.
And today we die. We're going to be eating the donut chicken sandwich from KFC or whatever. We each got one. We'll give it a shot.
They're cum shut.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Just fucking...
It's melted glaze everywhere, so it looks like a fucking...
That smells really good all of a sudden.
That does.
As soon as it opened.
Oh,
Does
man.
it? All right, so we're not gonna eat these the full time. We will, but Ross will cut ahead so you don't hear us eat for 5 minutes.
Just...
Yeah. Some kind of
So good.
I'll put a little bumper saying 5 minutes later.
Yeah, 5 minutes later, and then we'll give you what we thought.
Oh, no.
We'll do preliminary bites.
Do you see
Preliminary
the
bites,
Is there
guys.
a bottom
Holy
part of this
shit.
bun, or is
Kume.
Yeah,
It is. It's
you
just...
are the luckiest motherfucker in the world.
Me?
Yeah, you are. Look at all the rest of our...
Look at all that jizz in the bottom of there.
Shit. What are your thoughts, Roderick?
Here I go. Here
Very
I go,
good.
Jacques
Oh my
Cousteau.
God.
Oh, shit. This
is
literally
bad.
everywhere.
This is like, oh yeah.
First take without even taking a bite, this sandwich makes you feel like Gianna Michaels. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like just,
I was gonna mention Gianna Michael.
just
For those of you who
Filthy.
cannot see, that is the sandwich. It is 2 donuts instead of buns and chicken. KFC chicken. Let's give it a shot.
I feel like a fat ass, but this is great.
How do you not lick your fingers with this? I'm sorry.
It's like a chicken and waffle
What's
sandwich.
happening?
Yeah. Like the salty and the sweet. They can take it a little bit easier on the glaze because my container is full of it.
Oh yeah, dude. Imagine if Roscoe's did like a better version of it.
Mm-hmm.
This is okay. I don't even know if I can finish it.
Really? Holy shit.
It's just too much, dude.
That's a lot of sugar in that.
Yeah.
It is.
I might set it down on the plate so that some of the sugar comes off, you know?
Yeah.
As
That's on
someone
my,
who's riding the line between type 1 and 2 diabetes, we got wet wipes at least.
Mm-hmm.
Ross will forward ahead once we're done.
Mm-hmm.
Diabetes doesn't even exist, dude. It's a myth. It's just like vaccines.
Yeah, I feel like this would be way better if they did not put
If it wasn't as fucking messy.
Yeah, like a gallon of glaze on there.
That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing, dude.
You're not dying?
That's all I'm doing.
You're not dying on this hill, bro?
No, I'm not dying on this. No.
You're not.
I'm tapping out. I got kids, man. The wife and kids. Don't do it, KFC. I got wife. I got children.
Wait, don't use the wet nap yet. Try one of those donuts by itself.
No.
Are those just
You gotta do it.
individual KFC donuts?
Mm-hmm.
They taste like Dunkin' Donuts. They taste like the glaze.
This don't taste like Dunkin' Donuts.
Why can't I just try one of these? Like,
There's
there's...
already got chicken juices on it.
No, it don't.
I have to go wash my freaking hands before we do anything else.
Anybody want to touch this and finish it? Roddy?
Yeah, I don't want the corona.
Okay. And we're back again.
All right.
Having just ate the sandwiches from KFC. I didn't finish mine. Chris did, and
Yes.
Ross did. We're
Yes.
calling them out. Me and Alex, this side of the table
I had
was
to
more...
tap out because I
So good.
I already ate 2 before the show, so that's why.
I studied it too, and I could eat it way faster next time.
Oh, yeah.
God, Ross finished his before we cut away. Before we cut away. Rewind the tape, people. Ross finished before we cut
the
away.
Footage.
There's stories of Ross eating shit fast and how efficient he is at
You
it.
gotta do that shit, man.
Oh, we ate the KFC sandwiches, 2 donuts for buns instead of buns, and a chicken breast, breaded chicken breast in between. It tastes like chicken and waffles pretty much with
Nice.
if you would have maple syrup on it and shit, just sweet.
They went OD with the glaze, so
yeah.
I actually kind of like glaze. I figured out I kind of like the glaze better than I like when it's like the maple flavor.
Yeah.
I actually like the glaze better.
Really?
Yeah.
The sweet and the salty
Which is
definitely
interesting.
balanced.
This is just a teaser from our show where we try fast food items, new fast food items, or odd fast food items.
You trying to be like review bro now, but like
No, better. I don't even know who that is, but better. I know it's better. Yeah, I thought it was a meh. Like, honestly,
So
yeah.
I mean, it's no Burger King tacos if that's what you're talking
Oh
about.
my god, those that garbage.
just ripped
Well, we did have those on the podcast. That was
we
a long
did.
time
We
ago.
did.
I would eat them again in a heartbeat, but
Yeah.
how much do they cost?
They're like $6
Is
a
it gonna
piece.
cost?
Holy
you a
shit!
heartbeat?
Thank you, Chris.
To be
You're very
fair,
welcome.
that
And
isn't that bad, but yes,
No.
thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
So they have the donuts separate, and the donuts are like $1 a piece, and then they have
Holy fuck.
meal deals where it's like the donut, and then you get like 2 chicken strips or whatever. But I'm just like,
That's
if
cool.
you were gonna put that much fucking glaze on a sandwich, you have to do a little bit better than paper boxes. Like, we didn't have this fancy like plastic thing for our sandwiches. It was just like a box and like a load in the bottom of it.
I would have literally just been fine if they like used the glaze, like
As a dipping sauce.
no, as like a sauce, like you'd put like mayo or ketchup on the chicken.
Sure, like drizzle it on there instead of like.
I mean, I would give them a visual, but like
Well, Burger King had those Cinnabons that you dipped in the glazed
Yeah.
sauce or whatever. So
Well, Roddy, just give
they
them
did that.
just give them the code for the video that you were gonna refer to.
wait for the TikTok videos where instead of the glazed, dudes just like go around on it and then feed it to
yeah.
one of their friends.
Oh,
Just wait for those
they tell him
TikToks.
it's a-
Is this
tell 'em
some
it's a
like
donut,
is this
right?
some like
From,
Van Wilder
KFC or
shit?
something?
Yeah, Van Wilder.
The double D DP challenge.
Yep. So that was disgusting. How was your guys' week? Pretty good. Don't care. Let's go on. So hip hop.
Yes.
Where's the fucking shit I put on here? Here we go.
There you go.
Public Enemy. You remember how they marched with Bernie? They remove Flavor Flav from group after Flavor Flav's lawyers sent a cease and desist to Bernie Sanders' campaign that he signed, where he said it is Chuck D of Public Enemy, and it isn't a performance of Public Enemy without him, without Flavor Flav. So he's like, it's not Public Enemy. It
Which
should have
is-
been Chuck D of Public Enemy.
Which is fucking funny because, like, from what I heard, he already had, like, where the group had him kind of in, like, on, like, a probation with them, like, because of stuff he had done. And this pretty much, like stuff that he's done in the, like, recently has been, like, the final straw, pretty much, is what I was hearing.
Oh, not
Really?
like hosting some kind of show where someone like just
like, they were already
Just
gonna pretty
shits on
much
the
get rid of
floor.
him, and they just
Yeah.
did now.
Okay. So he had it coming.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
he literally
He's
went
such
reality TV. Like it's
No,
you're,
That
you're
shit
done
was
after
so
that.
cringy. I hated it.
I love
Flavor of Love or
Flavor of Love. We
Fucking-
actually sat down, me and my cousins, a bunch of fucking goons in the back in the day. We sat down and watched the I Love New York thing in its entirety, and that shit is so trashy and hilarious. Like,
I remember that.
super
stuff.
funny.
I remember just having a friend that would watch like the Osbournes and
The Rock of
I watched
Was
that.
that
that
Ross?
I watched the
junk.
Osbournes.
Yeah.
All junk.
I saw
Just
an episode of
fucking
the Osbournes
junk.
where, like, never mind.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
It was gross. Sharon Osbourne is gross.
Is it where she talked about still giving him blowies or something?
No, she had a fart,
Oh, Jesus.
and she goes, "Where did that come from?" Then she stuck her hand in it, and then she started chasing her kids around the house.
I
Trying to touch
remember
them with
that,
hand.
actually.
Oh, that's funny and gross at the same time.
It's gross.
The one time, there's the one where she's like loading the dishwasher, I want to say, or something like that. And she's like, Martha Stewart can lick my scrotum. And she's like, do I have a scrotum? And I'm like,
Did she, Ross?
I don't know.
It's 2020.
I don't know much about her.
Don't know much about women's anatomy.
No, Sharon Osbourne.
Sharon Osbourne's
You
anatomy.
think she doesn't have a scrote?
It's very different from women's anatomy.
Yeah. Let's see here. The Weeknd is gonna have an album dropping in March. That's gonna be cool. Unless coronavirus delays that too.
Yep.
Who
Bruh,
knows?
so many delays.
Mhm.
Pretty much esports is pretty much just fucked right now. From
Oh,
what I've been
yeah.
seeing.
Yeah, I don't care about
esports
esports.
industry. the
Because
travel
movies.
industry, because like who's gonna travel? right now?
Okay.
If you're doing e-cigs, you'll get the
Get-
corona and the just lung disease that kills you.
Boom.
Anything that involves.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn it! I tried so hard not to laugh at that.
Ross is gonna have to cut it anyway.
Damn it!
I don't get it.
It's okay, Ross.
It's fine.
It's okay.
And
Just
we're
cut,
back.
Just cut.
We cut some things. It was worth it.
Okay.
Okay, Ross is like, I don't understand, but I'll cut it.
Must not be anything special.
No, I'm excited for the Weeknd to have a new album though.
I like his projects because The Weeknd has a way of just saying some gutter shit and having people bounce to it and not even realizing what it's about.
Yeah.
Like he wrote a song about doing doing a drug, and he won a Kids' Choice Award for that song. Like he just makes it sound great.
Tom
People are
Cruise
bouncing
did
to that
karaoke to it on like some fucking talk show or night talk show or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I can feel my face when I'm with
shit.
you.
I'm like, oh shit,
That
yeah.
shit, yep. And
it's
Tom
like,
Cruise
oh,
is
shit.
dancing to it, and it's like, ooh,
He
buddy.
is talking about doing
Scientology.
lines.
Yeah.
Cringy.
They got a line on Coke, you know they do.
Oh fuck yeah.
But I'm just super excited because he hasn't done anything in quite a while.
Yeah, Bell. Shout out to Bell.
Starboy and shit. I need more Starboy. I heard him on the radio. I think it's a single for what he was doing, but I'm not 100 hundo on it. So we'll see what he's got coming. So stay tuned for
It's probably for
Weekend.
James Bond or something. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's Billie Eilish, and it's good.
Well, I'm sure there's more than just
What?
her doing songs
Yeah.
for it. but
Is that
whatever.
another guilty pleasure?
And
of
no,
yours,
I haven't
Billie
listened to it,
Eilish?
so
It should, just the Bond song. That's all I've heard.
yeah, I haven't listened to it.
Well, I
That's
don't
not-
I don't mind her radio one or whatever.
The
where
bad
she's,
guy?
Yeah,
She's whispering.
yeah.
Is that song of the year material though?
No.
Oh
Fuck
no.
Well,
That's
it's
what it
no
won, didn't it?
Skyfall or anything.
Yeah, I think
you
so.
know?
Yeah. Oh
Skyfall is
no.
fucking good. The Billie Eilish one, No Time to Die, it's really good. It's not bad at all.
But
Like,
she's
I
Was
like
it better
She's
than
no Adele.
Madonna's?
Has it been on the
Bond
radio
song.
at all, or
Probably not.
Because I know that what's her name?
Skyfall.
Yeah, that one was on the radio.
I'm sure this one will be.
Possible.
Oh yeah, dude.
Coronavirus pushed that back.
Yep.
No Time to Die is now coming out this fall.
Yep.
Because I think no one's gonna go to a theater
Pretty
in the
much.
next couple months.
No
No,
shit.
it's pretty much if they expect
It's
like.
the Asian market.
Yep, if they expect it to be a movie that'll do good in China, pretty much,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna push it back.
Yeah. They're thinking that Hollywood, like all the studios and shit, have lost like $5 billion.
Well, I mean,
It's very
Coronavirus.
possible.
They're
realistically,
projected to
also
lose $5 billion.
California is one of the largest areas of the U.S., which has a large Asian population.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
the entire West Coast, where it is right now. Like
It's here though.
it is here.
Yeah, first case
here.
in Minnesota was today.
Confirmed case. Mind
Confirmed
you.
case, yeah.
There could
And
have
it's
been
very
others.
close. And it's very close to home. And we already got it. We know that.
Calm the fuck down with that shit, dude.
It's
can track
from.
it.
I heard you
ain't got
clear.
it.
I heard you clear your throat. That's the start. That's the start. He's done. He's done those.
No, that's
Yeah.
that's those donuts. That's the beatus, dude.
Maybe
He,
Yeah,
he
just
was he was he
creeping
was on
up
a
on
cruise, and he was a confirmed case, and then
it
someone
was a
else I
confirmed
know
case on a
was
cruise.
on a cruise and is coughing and
Yeah. Well,
can't wait.
The thing is you'll be fine until you're not.
Oh.
Right?
Ooh, poetic.
Right?
You'll be not sick until you are.
Right.
Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Poetic.
I didn't even. What's crazy is I haven't given it much thought. You know what I mean? Because of all that's going on and
Yep.
the news coverage and shit like that. And it's like
I don't even know the news coverage.
it's like are they?
haven't
Well,
watched any of
it's
it.
like people are legitimately like freaking out and shit.
Good.
And it's
Good.
like,
They should be.
Well, they're freaking out, but they voted for Donald Trump, who dismantled all the things that would prevent an
you.
outbreak.
Yeah, and Fox News is like,
Donald Trump
Trying to,
donated a
like,
month
I don't
of
know
his
what Fox
salary
News
to-
is
like,
doing.
oh, he didn't do that. He's handling it great. That's all fake news.
yeah.
and the percentage of the fatality rate is now over 5% in the U.S. because they're not testing as much as South Korea.
You mean when the World Health Organization came out and said it was 3.4% for the worldwide, and then Trump goes on and says, "Oh, I don't think that's what it is. I think it's less than 1%. I think it's way less than 1%." Trump said. That's what he went.
It's crazy.
He was in a freaking interview and said that.
It's just treason at this point. Nothing will be done about it, especially when Biden's president. So we'll talk about. Let's just get it over with.
Let's fighting words.
Let's just get it over with.
Them's fighting words.
I predicted this, and it's going to be Biden versus Trump. I said on a previous podcast, look yourself in the mirror and say, I will vote for Joe Biden.
Who wins that?
In something between Republican light and Republican, people are just going to vote Republican.
Right.
That's the thing.
You don't want died Republican, so you just vote Republican.
It's the exact same thing as what happened with Hillary Clinton. Mm-hmm. And everybody this time is like, all the Bernie Sanders supporters, like, at least on Reddit from where I'm seeing it, it's like, we are going to vote blue no matter what. Bernie Sanders said that.
I've never heard anybody say that.
Oh yeah, that's what they're all about on Reddit. And
on the Facebook groups, they're all like, nobody said
I'm like, y'all said like the same shit like for Hillary and
you must
stuff,
be on like the weird like unprogressive like Bernie supporters or something.
No. Reddit is very Sanders and very progressive.
All of the independents,
because on Facebook, every post I've ever seen says we're not voting for Joe.
All of the independents,
then they're not really Bernie supporters to begin with.
All of the independents,
you don't always
who would look at Sanders and not look at an establishment
true.
candidate aren't going to vote for an establishment candidate. They're just going to stay home like they did in 2016.
Yeah, and we're gonna get fucked in the beef.
If you don't vote, you're part of the problem.
If you're an independent,
and if you are a Bernie supporter and then you don't vote for Joe Biden, then you're part of the problem.
Well, I'm not voting for Joe Biden, so I guess I'm part
of the problem. Is the problem the DNC, though? I'm
not voting for somebody who's fake put in front of me a cardboard cutout. And I'm not voting for someone who's a backwards dipshit that's Donald Trump. So I'm not voting for either of them.
Then Donald Trump wins.
That's fine.
You know the outcome.
That's fine. I know that I had no way of changing it anyways.
And that's also part of the problem. People who don't vote that say it won't matter anyway.
Well, the thing is,
saying the guy who's donated to Bernie, but apparently you feel like that was worth it. Apparently, I guess
donating to Bernie.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Did you donate to Bernie at all?
Does that matter?
Oh shit!
I don't know.
But yeah, I did.
Shots fired.
So you're saying that was worth it?
For what?
Giving that money to Bernie.
Giving him a chance? Yeah.
Well, you claimed a few weeks ago he never had a chance.
He doesn't. But I mean, it's never 100%. It's a possibility.
I still think he's going to win. But
there's progressive states that haven't. He's not going to.
How?
Because he's not going to get enough delegates to go to convention, and the convention's choosing Biden. Well, DNC, hands down, chooses Biden. 100% of the time.
Yeah, but I want the party to split, so this is like perfect.
That's how Trump wins.
Well, just like,
that's fine.
Well, the thing is,
there's another election.
So you would rather see the world burn than just.
No, I'd rather see some actual change happen.
This is not. Well, Trump is change. It's just not the.
No, I'd rather see some change with the Democratic Party, and if I vote for Biden, it's never happening.
No, but it's not going to anyway. Because
I mean, might as well just get rid of the party.
And we could if there was enough people, but there's not. There's never enough.
There's never enough.
As you can see with Biden, who was polling at nothing, and you said he was polling at nothing, and I'm like, those polls mean nothing, and then he's up over 50 delegates on Bernie at least, like now.
Yeah,
out of nowhere.
Which is fractured.
Out of nowhere.
Is he racked up a bunch of delegates in states that vote Republican in a general election, so they don't count for shit if you're a Democrat?
You know, they're still like doling out the delegates for like 3 states still that are all Bernie won ones.
It's like you have to look at who's gonna.
3 of the states that Bernie won aren't even done doing the delegate math yet.
Well, neither is Texas.
If you're actually intelligent, you're gonna look at who does the best in the swing states and the battleground states, not the states that are gonna vote Republican come November, no matter fucking what.
So it looks like right now Joe Biden has 664 delegates, and Bernie has 573.
Almost 100 up on him.
That don't mean anything though. Did you look at where Bernie was last year? He was doing even worse, like by a long shot.
And he didn't win.
And it won 3 less states at this time last year.
The thing is, though, are we going to
people thought he had a chance last time, and this time he has a way better chance, and people are already saying he's done, which makes no sense.
Well, I mean,
if he's not, the thing is if he's not front running, how am I sure that they're not going to do the whole bait and switch thing again? You know what I mean? And it's like people with that mentality are going to be like, well, I'd rather stay home and not vote than to do the bait and switch again.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is we'll see where Warren's voters go.
Doesn't matter.
How does it not matter? He would have won 3 more states if her voters. I feel like only like a majority of her voters voted for him.
It looks like she's accounted for
how many
64 delegates.
64 delegates. Super Tuesday only got her like 11 delegates.
No,
or
Super
something.
Tuesday don't matter. You got to look at the actual freaking.
It's the delegate count for convention.
Well, no, but Bernie would have won more counties and would have won more states because
like
of like
total.
Yeah, and got more delegates.
Even if
you have to hit a delegate threshold. You have to hit a 15% threshold in the counties or whatever they are to get any delegates from that county. And she didn't do that in a lot of them, but she got a lot of votes. Mm-hmm. So it would have just gave him more delegates if he would have been getting a majority of her supporters.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah, but if Bloomberg didn't exist, who got 61 there to Warren's 64, Bloomberg exists to take votes from Biden, and Warren exists to take votes from Bernie.
We'll see what happens.
So they're both doing it.
We'll see what the people who do support Elizabeth Warren go, though, if they flock to Joe or if they flock
a majority
flock to Bernie.
of his what's his name Bloomberg's delegates came from like 2 or 3 states.
Yeah.
So
the American Samoa.
We'll see if a neo-lib gets the nomination and the independents don't turn out for him, just like last time.
I mean, I want Bernie to win and everything, and I
the best
voted
shot
Bernie, and there's my sticker, the I voted sticker. I actually got to vote in this primary.
Nice.
And it's just not happening.
I just think it's very premature. But whatever. There's over 60%.
So is declaring a winner with 4% reporting, but it still turns out to be
over
true.
Over 60% of the states haven't even voted yet.
Over 60%?
Yeah.
Super Tuesday was a third of all delegates.
Yeah.
That means over 1/3 of
No, it wasn't. Super Tuesday was 14 states out of 52.
But it's delegates.
50, my bad.
Yeah, the delegates.
52. That's how many
I was
presidents.
gonna let this
And
slide.
Bernie won handily the state that gives out the most delegates,
Yes.
and they're still
Texas?
they're still actually
Cali?
doling out. They're
Cali
still
gets the
actually doling out delegates for some states because they're doing the write-in ballots. They have to count yet.
Let's see the delegate count. Nick.
Just saying.
Chris
it's not over.
Yeah.
No, it's not over till it's over.
The majority
and
of the southern states are already done, so...
The majority
And those are Biden
This is
states.
where Biden's
yeah,
going to
definitely.
win, like, handily are over, so now it's...
March 10th is the next, in 4 days, is Idaho, Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri, North Dakota, Washington. So there's a couple more for Biden there.
They're saying if they're saying
3 for Biden there.
saying
That's a 3-3.
They're saying if Bernie can win Michigan, he's got a very decent chance of still winning.
Let's watch him win, like, Wisconsin, Iowa, Michigan, and fucking Pennsylvania. The states you need to win as a Democrat to win a fucking election.
It's true.
And then they still nominate Biden.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then he loses
will.
in those states and Trump's president again.
I mean, that's a win-win
That's
in my
what
opinion,
the
but
outcome is. We know that.
that's a win-win.
We know that they're not voting. The convention's not choosing.
Because they already know that at least a third of like Bernie voters won't vote for anybody else. So
Even Beto O'Rourke
they're just
backed
failing
Biden.
themselves, but whatever.
In Texas, Beto O'Rourke even backed Biden.
Yeah, quid pro Joe.
Yeah, just
Sure, he'll get a
fucking
cabinet
scum.
position.
Just
I'm
scum.
sure Klobuchar will get a
Just
cabinet
fucking
position or
scum.
vice president. And I'm
And
sure
I remember,
Buttigieg will get a cabinet
I remember
position.
when you said that Bernie was polling a lot higher than Biden.
He was.
And I was like, oh, that's probably Austin. And it's just like,
No, he was polling higher until those two dropped out.
Which ones? Buttigieg and
Yep.
Klobuchar?
Yeah, he was winning.
And then both of them back Biden. Warren will back Biden.
Warren, I think
She hasn't said anything yet.
She claims she's not going to back anybody yet.
She's going to back Biden.
We'll see.
She's going to back Biden for sure.
I don't think that's going to make her supporters vote for Biden, though.
Only if he says you can be the vice president if you back me.
But remember, you're not supposed to listen to what a candidate says. So none of them should be voting for who their candidate chooses. But they have
Well, I
been.
didn't say that you always have to listen.
Minnesota fucking voted for fucking Biden. Just because
Yes.
Klobuchar backed him.
Yep, it's true.
How fucking dense do you gotta
Did you
be?
see that Klobuchar won a shitload of the counties, too, in the state? And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah,
Just
drop out and still...
Drop out, still win a bunch of shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Buttigieg was... he's still getting delegates, too. They just exist to pull fucking votes away. It's stupid.
Yeah, it's dumb.
But Biden just handedly just scummed him just in Super Tuesday. It's stupid.
Did you hear that Tulsi Gabbard has? I think she has 2 delegates right now.
Yep.
So she qualifies for the next debate. DNC comes out and says, "Oh, we're gonna raise what you need to qualify for the next debate."
Oh yeah, they're
after they made it easier for Bloomberg to get into the debate. Mm-hmm. They just don't want another person attacking Joe Biden because that's what she would be.
Yeah,
and she would take votes from him too because there's voters for Biden who would vote for her.
That would be great if it actually happened. She has to donate to the DNC, though.
Yeah, they won't let her in.
Bloomberg did.
They're going to change the rules again.
I'm just glad Bloomberg paid like over $500 million or $600 million and it's just gone.
Yep.
And people,
I'm pretty sure he said that he would put his money toward helping Biden, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
They all are.
Yeah.
Well, people acted like...
Yeah, what happens to that money that they get donated?
Establishment Democrats
can they just all of a sudden say, oh, well, I'm going to put that toward helping Biden? Can like Klobuchar
people
do that,
acted like...
That's a load of shit.
Obama's campaign funds are going towards Biden.
I would ask for my fucking money back.
Isn't Obama's campaign still funding Biden or something?
I know that the same or stuff that when you donated to Obama or whatever, his stuff that still exists for that is taking money for Biden.
Yeah,
which is ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure he can do that.
Even though he hasn't endorsed him.
Yeah,
it's a load of shit.
And he has so much power behind his endorsement for some dumb fucking reason. But if he,
cool.
Did you see Bernie's new commercial where it has Obama? That was funny.
Yep.
I saw some Bernie shit over the weekend.
Because old Joe does during the debates is like, he's like, remember when I was next to Obama and I did this bill?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, remember when Obama smiled at me when I did this bill?
You remember when I voted?
Remember when
wrong
Obama
every
didn't
single
smile at
vote of
Bernie?
my Senate career?
Yeah. Remember in 2008 when I said I was against gay marriage?
Yep.
2008.
Remember the crime bill from the 90s?
Yeah. Bernie voted for the crime bill, so don't use that. Yeah, that's why Bernie's campaign doesn't attack Biden for the crime bill. Well, because Bernie also voted for the Brady bill.
It's all about how many bad things you have.
Yeah. And also Bernie voted, but they can't use it against Biden because he voted for it. So that would be a good way to attack Biden.
Someone else use it
for the minority vote
for it.
Haven't they?
That probably did. I don't know.
Well, if they're establishment Democrats, they can't attack Joe Biden.
Yeah.
What's the point of a debate?
The point is a debate is actually to discuss issues, not just slander other people.
Well, that's not.
But notice how no one attacks Biden in the debates at all. Especially the Democratic dogs that are there,
they all piled on
Klobuchar and shit that back him. It's all politics. They're just trying to keep their heads in the fucking Democratic Party. And Biden has more pull than any of them in the Democratic Party, so...
Then I saw that...
You don't bite the hand that feeds,
Then I saw a week or two ago, it's Debbie Wasserman Schultz or whatever her name was.
You thought she was the
Joe
problem.
Biden, and I'm like, what the... who cares about your endorsement?
Well, the thing is, people thought she was the problem, and once she was gone, everything was going to be back... the problems were fixed, but it turns out the whole party's
Well, they put that other guy in charge that's just as bad, so... Mm-hmm.
They're doing it a lot smarter than what Hillary did in 2012, too. Or when was that shit? 2016?
Well, then how come so much shit is out there for everyone to see them doing it, I guess, is what I don't understand.
Because people became complacent.
That's probably true.
With the corruption is just another day because of what Trump does. It's
well, it's
he's defunding the CDC and there's a pandemic running rampant.
It's you see us doing this, but we need to do this to beat Trump. It's we need to cheat to beat Trump.
Not just that he's defunding the CDC. It's that they put a moratorium on hiring for federal government positions. So there are 800 positions at the CDC that are just vacant right now.
Yep. And notice how during the debates when Bernie's he's no matter what, we have to come together to defeat Trump. And no one else saying that. No one else saying that. No one else is let's come together. Let's hug and become friends.
They just want...
Even if we lose.
They want his supporters... Because they want his supporters to vote for them because they know that he could easily just say don't and then they wouldn't.
He could just run third party.
There's a lot of flack going around for Bernie Sanders supporters being toxic and stuff, but Bernie's campaign is soft, and these people are taking him. They're fighting in the dirt with him, and Bernie's just avoiding it like the plague. But it's It's like, my guy, when they're attacking your character for like old votes from the Brady bill for gun control laws before Bernie voted against it.
Oh.
And it was before mass shootings were even a thing. Like before Columbine, before maybe the LA shootings, I think. I can't don't quote me on that. I'm not 100%. But the thing is, it's before it became the norm, but Bernie still gets attacked on it. And Bernie's campaign is like, doesn't attack anybody else.
You bring that out. You bring up the Brady bill, but I've never heard anyone attack him with it.
Biden during the debates.
Oh, see, I didn't.
I've watched all the debates.
See, I only watched the highlights. Apparently, that wasn't a highlight.
That is, and then I mean, you have people from the Democratic Party just calling a senator that's been around forever, just a really good track record, just calling him like just communist, socialist in debates and shit.
Yep.
In public, it's like, this dude's a fucking communist. He wants to tear the party apart, and it's like Bernie, you have dirt on all these fuckers, but you're not using it. Like,
if he's tearing the party apart by like limiting big money, then who owns the party?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, and they're beating the shit out of Bernie. He's like, you know what? That was rude, but I expect I expect your rights to be able to say that. And it's like, come on. And then his fans, his supporters like myself who are toxic, are getting a lot of flack right now. And on Reddit, it's the same thing. It's like,
it's projection is what it really is.
Yeah, like they had no problem attacking Buttigieg with the app for the Iowa caucus and all that shit. And, Buttigieg is fucking scum. He's got billionaire backers. Fucking scum. His supporters, fucking dim-witted fuck. It's like, I have no problem saying that. Fuck him.
All the talk about voter suppression on Super Tuesday too.
But as soon as Buttigieg was out of the race or dropped out, oh, everybody, Sanders supporters, like, oh, we welcome you with open arms. You put up a good fight. Like, good job. And it's like, dude, remember when this fuck called your guy a communist without even understanding what communism or socialism is and said that he is like the bane of America and that he's trying to tear up the Democratic Party? First off, you're not part of the Democratic Party, and they're not paying you anything. Fuck them.
He's more Republican than a lot of centrist Republicans, Pete. If you actually look at his policies, other than gay marriage,
he's scum. They're all scum. I mean, I love Bernie. I'm not saying Bernie's scum, but he's just, it's too soft.
He's too soft.
The way politics are played is the Trump way now.
It's funny, they always say he yells too much, is what they always say, the boomers.
That's because Buttigieg will sit there during a debate when Bernie's trying, he's like, how do you do the math? Buttigieg, he's like, how do you do the math for $30 trillion, Bernie? Tell me, how do you do the math? How do you do the math? How do you do the math? And Bernie's sitting there trying to say, and he's like, well, I'm waiting for you to tell me about the math. How are you going to do that, Bernie? How are you going to do the $30 trillion math when, you got Republicans over here doing this? And he just does not stop talking, and Bernie's shouting. He's like, are you going to let me fucking finish? It's amazing how dirty the politics are. It's Trump politics. That's how you have to play the game now.
It's amazing that
your own family, the party is against you.
He attacks him for that. Yeah, Warren wanted $50 trillion.
What's funny is, if you look at Bernie's voting record over the past 20 years, he has a better Democrat voting record than any Democrat.
Yeah. And Bernie's website has the math, but no one's willing to fucking look it up. They just hear 30 trillion. Where did you get that fucking number, by the way? Where'd you get 30 trillion to begin with? Over 10 years for fucking healthcare? Are you fucking slugging
every year?
Right,
isn't it supposed to be a $500 billion savings or some shit? If you went to Medicare for all because you cut out all the middlemen and all the fucking price gouging?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just people just. It's all fucking sound bites and shit to try to screw each other over.
Yeah.
And they're fighting dirty. And Bernie supporters, fans are like, no, they're putting up a good fight. It's no, they're beating the shit out of you. Look at what happened with Biden. Everybody's there's no way we're going to lose. There's no way Bernie loses momentum. Then he gets fucking scummed on by Biden in one fucking day.
Well, realistically, that's the DNC that did that because they basically brokered a deal with two people to drop out of the race.
Pretty much.
Yeah, can you believe it though?
Well,
I wouldn't put it past him.
You have Bernie. Like, how good is this guy? Bernie is the top polling candidate for essentially anything, beating Trump, popularity among voters, all that other shit. And then he's in a race with all these other Democrats. All of them just back the other fucking
Well, here's
guy.
the deal, though.
Like, he has no one on his side. And Warren's a coward.
That's pretty
She
much
will
true.
probably back no one
Yep.
or Biden.
I have a feeling she's going to sit out until she feels
what's
like
Because
interesting-
when it
someone
comes
has the
down
upper
to
hand,
it,
and then she's going to...
she's a party dog just like the rest of them, I'm sure.
What's interesting is all these people don't like
So is
Trump. They
Bernie.
don't like the direction that the country's going, but they'd vote for more of the
She's
same
as
than
progressive
change.
as you can be
I
until
will.
you think it's too unpopular and it's going to hurt you. Then she goes the other way. That's
Yeah.
kind of what she does.
I like maybe even out of spite, she won't back Bernie. Like, not that her votes are even going to do much for Bernie, but it's something.
Yeah.
It's something. Like, these people do have a little bit of power, and Bernie's like saying right now, he's like, if I lose, I'm backing whoever wins.
Even if he...
I'll back Biden. Like, I'll do it. And everybody else is like, oh, I'm not going to back Bernie.
Well, he
Like,
did the
he's
same thing.
communist.
He said the same exact thing last year, and did people
is-
actually turn up for Hillary?
I
Yeah.
did.
thing is, even if he gets 55% of her voters, that could win pivotal states because of how close shit is a lot of times.
Well, they were close against each
That's
other.
what I'm
and
saying.
yeah.
Well, I'm saying there were states where it came down to like a few percent, and that could easily be tilted by that.
Yeah, Warren's going to
Like if
Bernie
he can,
rather
if he
than
can just get a
Biden.
small majority of her voters, it could help him a lot.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
but she's scum. Like, she
Yeah.
has 4 days to do it.
Yep. I know.
Otherwise, it's like she'll probably wait until the very end to save face, and it's like,
Well, I think
it's
she.
too fucking.
I
late.
think she's waiting at least till this next time and see if Bernie like is still doing okay, and if he is, then she might. Otherwise, she'll just sit back as long as she feels like.
We're sounding like a broken record, and I'm just like super just frustrated. I'm that toxic Bernie supporter. Not apologizing for it. I don't care.
I'm the one that's like,
Like-
let's see what happens kind of guy, and I'm like, well, I don't like. I kind of just. I know I sound awful when I say it, but I'm like, if they try to screw him, let's just split the party.
Well,
I would love the party to just not be there.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
hate 2-party systems.
Yep.
the thing
The
is
rich,
you're
I
not
hate them.
you're not gonna get rid of that 2-party system. I mean, I normally
Every other
stay
country has
quiet.
like at least 5 parties.
Ranked choice
Yeah, but
voting.
you
That's how
gotta
you-
think like our culture as Americans, not even African, whatever race you are or whatever, but our culture is a team-based culture. I go for the Vikings, you go for the Saints. I go for the Wild, you go for the Blackhawks. Like, we're very team-based, and instead of understanding how the teams work for or against us, we're just like, it's important for me to wear this color, do this, that, and a third. And it's like the team over everything, and that shit is dangerous.
Even if you
for us
don't
to
like your
do.
team right now, you'd still rather see the other team lose.
Well,
Yeah.
switch to ranked choice voting. That's an easy
There you go.
solution to it.
Yep.
Bernie honestly should have ran as just a fucking independent.
Yeah, I know.
Like, started a new party, be called the Communist Socialist Russian
Oh,
he
Jesus.
needs-
Oligarch
The
takeover.
Russian bot.
Yeah, Russian bot party.
All they need is good merch.
Just
and
like
I-
troll
you can
them
do
with
the
anything
name
with
or
good merch.
Rod's cut all those that last half hour of politics. No one wants to hear it anymore from us. We've been talking about it every episode for quite a while now. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
if
it's
you're
relevant.
I'm so toxic about it though.
Yeah.
People don't
That's
like
fine.
it.
You're
but
not
they gotta
toxic.
understand how fucking stupid they are.
You know how much fucking vitriol fucking people who aren't backing Biden are throwing at other people?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you want to see us fucking lose again? You want to see us fucking lose again?
Yeah, that's all you get.
Yeah.
It's like, well, if you actually looked at the math, Bernie attracts independents and still polls
Yep.
that well. So if you voted for him too, it's an easy fucking win.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they're still fucking like just set on losing.
Yep.
And they're gonna fucking trash you if you try to say, but Bernie polls better against Trump. They don't give a fuck.
No.
Yeah.
Nope. They just want to see their team win.
Yep.
And it's like,
They just want to see their student loans that they owe $300,000 and stay there for the rest of their life.
yep.
They just want to see fucking cuts to Social Security and Medicare because Joe Biden was actually talking about that in the early 2000s.
Yep.
Yep. He's running a lot of Bernie's running ads about that in Michigan because that's a really big thing there, like cutting their entitlements.
How
and
could
stuff.
Biden possibly win Michigan? How?
I don't know.
We said the same thing with Minnesota, though, right?
Well,
No, he did.
That was
Well,
the Klobuchar
what happened
thing.
with Minnesota was the Klobuchar effect, which Biden would have took third in Minnesota if she would have stayed in,
Because she would have been...
because she would have either been first or second.
Yeah.
So all that did was like a majority of her voters went to Joe, and then he won Minnesota. Is what happened.
It's crazy to me. It's fucking crazy.
So really, Biden really didn't win, like, Minnesota. He'd be down, like, however many more votes if the party wasn't such a piece of shit.
Yeah.
He didn't win shit
Everyone
on his own.
everyone was saying she was going to stay in because she was going to win Minnesota, and then they would try to boost her campaign or whatever. But then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she drops out and endorses Biden.
Same with another...
And it's like
Pete
kind
and
of
her
weird
magically.
timing for that.
And if he wins,
Very
if he
weird
wins, like, can you imagine, like the convention, like the rioting that will happen? Because Hillary she was higher than Bernie in the polls, and when she got the nomination, which they did scummy things to get that.
Yeah.
But can you imagine Bernie? Because Biden states are like done essentially, like the Republican states, like Alex said, like the states that are going to go Republican anyway, they don't even matter. But to convention, they matter. But if Bernie can get ahead of Biden and they still choose him, like choose Biden, which has happened before, and they rioted for it, it could be the end of the DNC. So that would be cool to see in that regard. But if the one thing about that, the only bad thing, is the fact that Republicans will just circle jerk the fuck out of Republicans until they die. They won't break the party. They will never give a shit. That's their team.
I think they just needed
The DNC will break, and then the Republicans will just have more control than they already have.
We just need the new liberal party in America.
Yes.
Finally.
It's just,
Yes.
people need to understand that politics is not part of your identity. It's a tool to get shit done around
Well,
you.
realistically, a parliamentary system will be more efficient than what we fucking got.
That ain't
Yeah.
American.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my identity. You're trying to change. Like,
Well, the
don't need
deal
that shit.
Being
is
American is getting fucking tread on by rich. That's all it is.
the oldest
Pretty much.
like constitutional document in the world right now is the United States Constitution, and it's showing its age in this modern era.
yeah.
We'll see what happens. Okay, let's get off of this shit.
Yep.
Okay, video games.
Vidgeous.
AMD Threadripper can run Crysis by itself, not well, but it can run, and it has 64 cores, 128 thread. This is a computer processing unit.
Yep, it's like $4,000, I think.
That's $39.90.
Yep, there you go. Whatever.
Yeah.
But here's the deal: it shits on any Intel like dual Xeon socket like
Oh, yeah.
system, and it's like fucking like a
Shitting
tenth
on
of
is
the
the
price.
understatement of the century.
So
Like $20,000 dual Xeon setups get shit on by that.
Oh yeah.
So what is the Threadripper? Why is it playing games?
Because what they do is instead of shooting off the video calculations to the GPU through the graphics driver,
Which a GPU is like a
They
CPU
just
that's
had-
made for processing graphics.
yeah.
they just instead
Have so
have
many
it, have
cores.
it coded so
They
that
donate
just,
they have so much of it dedicated to the graphics of the game, like of the cores.
Yeah, they
There's just so much that it can
instead
process
of rendering
as
it on the
well.
GPU,
Okay.
they just have a different code path where they can just render it all on the CPU.
Do you think that this is where we're going in the future with CPUs, where we don't even have to worry about graphics cards?
There's going to be more they're going to be more or less the same.
People are always going to want to have their cake and eat it too. They're going to want Threadripper GPUs.
Well, I mean, that's actually on the way. believe it
Exactly,
or not.
that's what I'm saying.
Holy shit.
They're going to want both.
I can't wait till those are affordable in 5 years. Maybe even more.
You
No.
already get like the first gen ones for like somewhat
First-gen
affordable.
Threadrippers are pretty cheap these days,
Yeah.
but
Oh, okay.
as with any first-gen hardware, though, you'll want a second-gen motherboard if you buy a first-gen Threadripper. Just
So you
because,
can upgrade in the future.
No, it's just because the first-gen
Firmwares,
motherboards.
probably.
My first-gen motherboard is the cause of all my problems.
Oh,
Because
really?
we were beta testing hardware.
Pretty much, yeah.
That sucks. That's exciting. I mean, I can't wait till it's affordable though. Like something as powerful as that.
Oh,
Like,
you can get a fucking 12-core 3900 for like $450, or like the
Thought there were ones for like 300 and shit.
the
that you
30.
get.
Yeah, it's the 1632 just Ryzen 3950X for like 700.
Oh shit, dude. It's fucking spendy.
That's basically the same like price as the previous gen Threadripper or the first gen Threadripper.
I can't remember what CPU I got when I upgraded.
2700X.
Oh, he remembers that for everything about my old goddamn computer.
Crazy. That's the issue is I remember pretty much everything, and I fucking hate it.
It's great.
He remembers that fucking shit I said about him back in high school.
You remember, all I remember is something about looking like some sexy ass Italian model.
I remember that shit.
That was fucking shit. That was funny.
That's a story that will not be told on here.
Yep. It will eventually.
Yeah, well, Alex was like growing out his hair kind of like this, but it was a long time ago.
And it was like more like kind of like greased looking, and it was like looked like a perm or some shit.
Yeah, and I thought someone said something up like, it looks like a sexy Italian model.
Someone said it looked like something, and then you like were like, no, he looks like this.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. That was funny as hell.
That shit's funny.
Straight as hell, by the way. Just want you to know.
That's like when we had that. That's like when we had that.
I'm not
couch
kidding,
in that
but
other room, and like the TV was on the other wall.
Yeah,
or
that was a
something.
long time ago.
Oh, that was in the fucking hot box. Where you guys had the fucking...
That was like
old
Fellowship of the Ring.
computers.
We're on freaking Return of the King right now.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Bernie.
So, are you going to talk about the Japan gaming bed, Ross?
I saw it.
I don't want to talk about it.
We don't have to.
Japan created a gaming bed that has, like, all the luxuries you would want for, like, gaming. Like, a desk included.
Yep.
Like, you could sit, like, on the bed while you're gaming. It's got all the cup holders you could want for your Monster Energy drinks.
Fucking headphone.
Yep.
Oh, you're looking at the pictures?
Yeah, like this looks fucking nuts.
Yep.
I don't game though. It's weird.
No, see, that's a gamer bed.
Yeah.
Remember when we were at Micro Center? We were at a computer store that sells computer parts and shit, and me and Chris were walking around, and everything we saw, I'm like, that's for gamers.
That's for real gamers.
Like, Alex is like, I think I'm gonna get this surge protector, and Chris was like, what's that do? UPS?
Oh, you bought one?
No, I was thinking.
No, he was thinking about it, and I'm like, Chris. He's like, yeah. I'm like, that's for gamers.
I'm like looking at this shit. It's like taking somebody that goes to Raleigh's every day to like one of my shoe stores.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're like, what is this and why is it so expensive?
Yep.
And
It's
like,
called boost technology.
right? Bryce just looks at my face every 5 seconds. He's like, shit, I gotta explain some shit again.
He was like,
This is what it
what's this liquid thing, like liquid cooled? They had a computer on display.
Like,
I'm
what the fuck is this?
that's for gamers, Chris.
I'm like,
That's for
I'm like, is
gamers.
there water in that computer, Bryce?
The RGB
like,
colors?
yeah.
I'm like, that's for gamers. You're not a real gamer if you don't have that.
You haven't seen them science fiction movies where they got to access the server for the ship and they pull it out of the water?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, water cooling.
Water cooler. That's way cooler.
Yes, I know.
That's awesome.
We're not gonna do the next
That's
one because
actually
we
not even
need
water.
Ernest
It's liquid
here.
nitrogen.
Yeah, usually
Yeah.
it's like liquid nitrogen.
He's actually in Virginia right now
Why?
because he
Getting the corona?
went back home
He's
for,
running away.
for some Coronas. I was actually gonna bring Coronas today too.
What is he doing?
Didn't have enough time.
What is
Just
he
visiting home, seeing his brand new niece for the first time.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's gonna see Pop.
Dick Van Dyke.
We're not talking about it.
Nope,
We're done.
We're
done.
not.
Is he gonna see Pop though? That's the
Halo.
question.
No, we're at 57 minutes. Let's do this.
57.
Halo is on Steam with multiplayer.
Yep.
I'm not 100% if I'm buying it or not. We'll see. Because I'm busy playing Ark. I might. Who knows? But I'm not going to play keyboard and mouse, even though that's a thing. I'm going to do controller. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure WoW's going to do something soon, too, and I'm going to have to start playing WoW. So we'll see what goes on there. Well, my girlfriend plays WoW, and I want us to bond because I know she won't. She will want to play WoW.
Yeah.
So I won't say she won't do anything else, but I'm sorry, dear. She will want to play WoW, and I will play WoW with her, so she doesn't feel like she's ostracizing me or something.
You know you're
Should-
fine with WoW, right?
Should be like usually
not
it's
fine
around-
with
usually
WoW,
it's around
usually.
August.
Oh, you don't
the
like
next,
WoW?
I've never liked WoW.
Oh,
I like
Jesus.
Mists of Pandaria. But then when
it's
WoW
one of the
comes
most
out,
critically panned expansions. Well, not.
when WoW comes out, when a new WoW expansion comes out, I got like 6 friends that will just play WoW for like until they get bored of the expansion. And they're like, oh, we're going to do all this cool stuff together. We're going to raid together. And then it just ends up me playing by myself.
No, it's we're going to raid
Like-
together, and then, like, someone who, like,
Let's start a guild.
Is
And
good
everybody's
at the
like,
game.
oh, I joined another guild.
gets less priority than someone who's bad at the game just because they know the leaders of the guild, and then they just quit, and then...
Yep, that happened. That was funny.
Well, people were bringing in alts when you're on your mains, and like they're getting better gear on their alts than they're getting
When your
to
mains aren't, your mains aren't geared
and you're
yet.
still doing more damage, and it's just
Chris has no idea what we're talking about.
Yep.
That's okay. But anyway, gaming. Let's see. Gaming. I got too much stuff to play. I still haven't finished Metro Exodus because of the Arc thing, so I'm kind of balancing a bunch of shit. We'll see. I saw Jojo Rabbit.
Oh, you did go see it?
Yes. I saw it with my lovely girlfriend.
Okay.
I'm just going to say that every episode that I have a girlfriend now so people, like, believe me.
None
And-
of us have seen her before.
No, they haven't, actually. You guys haven't seen her.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, right here.
Yep.
She's right here.
Pamela Henderson.
I saw Jojo Rabbit, and it was amazing.
Well, I mean,
I heard it was good.
It was in theaters. It had one
It is.
showing, I think. We saw it, and it was fucking
well,
awesome.
you do
It was
know
amazing.
who made it, right?
Taika
Like,
Waititi.
the guy who can do no wrong.
Oh, I went into this movie blind. I knew that Taika
Waititi?
Waititi's played Hitler.
Yep.
And that's all I did. That's all I knew going into this movie. And I saw it, and I was blown away by how good it was. Like, I was not expecting it. I was not expecting it. That movie's so good. I love that movie. It came out in 2019, I think, right? Yeah. I think I'm not putting it above Joker for the 2019 because that was like really good, but it's like up there, like second, man. It's really good.
Wow.
Jojo Rabbit is really fucking good. I recommend you see it because I had no desire to see that movie, like none whatsoever, until like recently.
If it
When we
wasn't
were
in
talking
theaters
about
for just
seeing,
one
like-
day, I would have thought about it, but like,
Yeah, I want to go see Parasite still because that's I heard phenomenal. But Jojo Rabbit was just amazing.
that's out on Hulu next month though. Parasite, so you can just wait and watch.
Oh, okay. Then I'll have to wait
Yeah.
for
Nice.
that. I like the theater experience though.
Yeah.
I get matinee prices through work for like all tickets for any time. So
Oh,
like
that's
instant.
fucking sweet.
So we can use those.
Yeah.
But it was I don't want to talk about it without giving it away.
Yeah, you don't.
What can you give us an outline of what? Because I have heard nothing about.
It
I know
is
I know the
Rabbit.
basic plot, but I don't know what happens.
the
Okay.
basic plot is it's a comedy, essentially a comedy, dark comedy, whatever that takes place during World War II.
I know
And-
it's focused around like I know there are a bunch of like young German children or something.
Yeah, I had no idea about any of that before I went into this.
See, I knew some of it because I saw
and I was
trailers.
pleasantly surprised. I don't think I even saw a trailer to Jojo Rabbit. Like,
Oh, really?
honestly, yeah, and it was mind blowing. I went into it pretty much blind, like I did the new Star Wars.
And then-
Like I was able to go into it blind. And it was awesome. So I recommend it. I recommend it. I don't think you can go wrong because it's like really good as a comedy too. It's just you have to see it. Like I can't describe it without like giving anything away. Like it's just really good, really good, really fun.
Is it as good as that Final Fantasy?
Sam
7?
Rockwell's in it. Really good. Really good.
Is it as good as that remake demo though?
No, because I haven't seen it.
Just remember, we have more time because we're going to be cutting out a bunch of it.
I played the demo, and
Yeah,
I'll
5
tell you
minutes.
what, I am.
Probably
My body is
from the
ready
beginning
for.
at least 5
Yeah.
minutes too.
It's like it's got to be what, like 34 days or something like that.
Since
now?
what?
Didn't they push it back? Yeah, they pushed it back until the time that it is.
April 10th.
Yeah,
Yep.
April 10th. I had someone who took vacation for work for that, and it was pushed back, and they couldn't move it. And they were
Yeah,
like, oh.
Jeez.
Or they didn't
my
wanna
body
move
is
it.
ready.
Yep. I heard now that each part is the length. We're talking about the Final
They're
Fantasy
talking
VII
50
remake
to 60 hours at least
per part. So this is a full remake plus.
Oh yeah, they already pretty much said that.
They said the first part was up until it's like Midgar,
Yep.
And I'm like, well, that's not that long.
That isn't very
But then they're
long.
like, oh, we extended
You
it
get
and
to
added
actually
shit. It's
fully
it's a
explore
full
Midgar now.
It's a full fucking Final Fantasy 7 game or Final Fantasy game time wise in one of the 3 parts.
Pretty much.
So you're talking about a whole Final Fantasy game, 50 to 60 hours in Final Fantasy 7 just to go through the Midgar part. When you're
It's
the
gonna be
start to
fucking
Midgar,
nutters,
it's
dude.
gonna be. But I heard a rumor that you can't play Red 13.
Well, he arrives literally right at the end of that part of the game, so it doesn't make sense to actually like.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I thought
Well,
they were
they-
talking about the game as a whole.
That's what I thought.
They
too.
probably
that's
meant
just
that
for, that's
part.
just for part 1
Just for part
because
one?
you find him and then literally you.
There's no way they're
game
cutting.
ends.
There's no way they're cutting.
Last
my
I
guy.
saw, they still hadn't said who even voiced him or whatever. Last I
Everyone
saw.
was like saw the trailer and they're like, that's got to be Matt Mercer or something.
Well, people
like that.
thought it was Matt Mercer because he did like for Halloween he did a jack-o'-lantern of Red 13.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Maybe he's just like
Ross-
under an NDA or something.
Ross does not think that. Okay, Ross, do you like Final Fantasy 8 or 7 more?
probably 8.
So Ross says he likes that he likes Final Fantasy 8 more. Probably that Final Fantasy 8 is better than Final Fantasy 7. Ross,
Graphically, it was better.
there's a name that you use.
What a contrarian.
No. What's that name that you use, Ross?
The curse?
In the fucking I don't want to say what it's for, but Sledfang.
Oh my.
I rest my case.
Yeah. Okay.
I rest my case, people. That's an attack by Red 13 in Final Fantasy 7.
It's his first limit break. Thank you very
Yep.
much.
Yes, his first limit break.
Although,
And Ross
although my favorite limit break.
name shit after it.
Well, I mean, realistically,
Yeah.
like the best like level 1 limit break is probably big shit.
I don't see him naming shit after.
What was I
Squall.
gonna name it? Fucking Squall Lionheart at blah blah blah.
You could have, dude. You could have. I'm excited for the remake that I won't be able to play because I don't have a PlayStation, so I don't give a shit.
I mean, it's only like a year later. It's coming out on everything else, so you just gotta wait.
I'll
like
get
you
it for a
did
discounted price too, probably,
Oh,
which is cool. I doubt
maybe.
it actually, because they're charging like
They were still charging like at least
I got
40
it
to
right.
$60 for
Yep.
a year-old game when it came out on Steam.
right. Netflix announces. Oh wait, did we? Oh, Netflix announces comedy festival with some of the biggest stand-ups in LA in April. I believe it's Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle. Who else is that guy? Is Eddie Murphy doing it?
I can't remember.
Chris Hart and
God, what is Thor just standing under my foot?
Jamie Foxx. Yeah, Thor's being a sweetheart, dude. Just
Not really a lot of
be-
like diversity in that group.
No.
They could have at least
Jesus,
they
calm
could have at
down.
least gotten Ronnie Chang or something. Like he's like
Yep.
Calm down, buddy.
Ronnie Chang's good.
We'll see what they do. I mean, it's just a comedy festival, like a stand-up comedy festival that Netflix is doing.
Yep.
Netflix and other streaming services are in a big position right now because of Thor. Stop it, Thor.
He saw
Stop.
those chicken sandwiches and he wants
Stop.
some.
You can't have the KFC chicken sandwich. But the streaming services are doing really good now
Yep.
because of the coronavirus. And Hollywood's pushing back a lot of movies, and they're losing a projected like $5 billion right now due to coronavirus, possibly more. No Time to Die, the James Bond movie, was pushed towards the end of the year due to coronavirus because they want the money. So
Well, they want the money, but then they'll mark it as like no gain or a slight loss on their taxes. You know, they'll do the math. And then the people who got a percentage on the deal won't get anything
right.
because they do the math, so the movie didn't make money.
Right. And there's something that came out for Star Wars about Rey's father, like who that person actually is. I'm not going to bring it up, I guess, because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. So if you care who Rey's father actually is, you can look into it. They apparently have canon now through novels. So see what's going on there.
Yep.
That's all I have to talk about. Does anybody want to talk about anything else? Like, or what?
Oh, I watched that.
Coronavirus also delayed the TurboGrafx Mini
Yep.
as
As
well.
I cough again.
Yep, Corona.
I watched that Lock and Key on Netflix or whatever that show. By
it?
the.
I heard mixed shit about it, so
It was.
it didn't look good to me, but
I would say it was.
not my wheelhouse. Not that it's good, but good or not.
But you like Stranger Things, though, and I think that this would probably be
You
better
haven't
than
seen
that.
it. You haven't
Okay,
seen Stranger Things, have
sure.
you?
I haven't, but
Yeah, how do you know?
I saw a little bit of it, and it didn't look that good. But,
You watch the Netflix trailer and then you move on. I've seen it.
But, well, the only thing that I have to say about it is...
It's Goosebumps.
It's Stephen King's kid, so...
Goosebumps, okay.
R.L. It was, how do I best say it? The only part that annoyed me was how, like, stupid the people were in the show. Okay.
They keep messing up, like, time and
Oh,
time
were they
again.
just like, oh, I have a key that does this, and then they see something that like they see something happen, and they don't like say, oh, maybe that was someone using this key. That doesn't like come to their head at all. And
But they have the key.
Well, yeah, but I'm like if they see I can't even explain it very good without telling story plot points.
Okay.
But
We'll leave it at that. Maybe I'll check it out.
there's a
and then
lot
we
of
can talk
like,
about
how
it.
did they not see that coming kind of thing, where like I saw it coming. Like,
Is it kids?
Well, they're like high school age, and then there's one that's younger.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you couldn't see that coming, but you could see Joey Chestnut eating 32 Big Macs in 38 minutes.
It's true.
Like, literally, my laugh there, like, when you brought up the whole Locke and Key or whatever, was because I read the in quotes there.
What?
And I almost fucking died.
What in quotes?
Right under the title there, the headline on that article.
I'm getting a little bit of the meat sweats.
Jesus.
It was so good.
Oh, we didn't talk about, like, this is why I'm allowed to be a toxic Bernie supporter, is because of the swastika waving neo-Nazi that was at one of his rallies.
Yep.
Like, if the other side's doing shit like that, I have no problem calling, like, Buttigieg a cunt or his supporters dipshits. Like, no problem. No qualms. You'll get over it.
See the Last of Us getting a TV series on HBO or whatever.
Yeah, I haven't played The Last of Us, and that's one of the games I want to play for
Yeah, I've
PlayStation.
never played it either, but yeah.
People are talking about Nikolai Coster-Waldau as
Yep, I saw
the
that.
guy,
Yep.
Last of Us guy, to play him. So that would be interesting to have him.
He was
get
good
more
in
money.
Shot Caller.
God, I knew you were gonna say Shot
That
Caller.
movie was so good.
That shit
It
looks
was
like
pretty good.
Resident Evil. Is The Last of Us Resident Evil-esque?
I don't even know what it's actually about.
I
to be
think
fair.
it's like post-apocalyptic plant.
Somebody
zombie
told me
virus
something
piece
about
of
like something about a
zombies.
virus wiping people out and then like mutated people or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
something like that.
Was that? Didn't we already have a huge zombie show? Like, is that one enough?
But The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
That's
So
almost over, man. That's almost done.
I know.
Is
I'm
it
just saying.
actually
Is
I'm
it-
pretty sure they said it was
Isn't
getting
one
close to
enough?
done, but I could be wrong.
Like caught up or just done. We'll see. Anyway, anybody got anything else they want to say quick?
No.
All right, Ross has got a lot of shit to cut. A lot of political stuff, a lot of bad stuff, racist shit that he said.
Sure.
We'll catch you next time.
Later.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the episode. You could catch us currently at the Prime 4 podcast on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Podcast Addict for audio only. If you want to see how fugly we look in real life, you can also catch us on YouTube under the Prime 4 podcast.